Hi, I'm Megan Capelli with Preferred Property Management, and today we're going to be doing a video on quick tips for buyers and sellers.
My name is Bob Vollmer. I'm an associate broker here at Preferred Property Management, and today I am going to be starting with some quick tips for sellers. The first tip I have is don't rush into a listing. Chances are, if you're considering selling your house, you've been thinking about it for quite some time. And the last thing you want to do is go out, find the first broker off the street, and have them list your house in the MLS and just hope for good luck.
And another tip there, don't find a broker off the street. Doesn't sound like they'd be having a good year.
Yeah, not been the best strategy for selling your house.
Yeah.
But in all reality, you should find a broker that you trust and work well with. And when you sit down with your broker, you should be going over things such as your motivations, your reasons for selling. You need to be thinking about whether or not you need to find a new home before listing your current home. How much money are you going to need from the sale, or how much money do you want from the sale? You also really need to put in a lot of thought about your pricing strategy. And yes, there is a strategy for pricing a home. You also think about seasonality, when you'll be listing, when buyers are going to be most active. Another big one that people often overlook are any repairs or deferred maintenance you have on the house, and the cost benefit analysis of doing those repairs before listing. So a lot of these are just really big things that you need to be considering before listing your house. So the second tip that I have is to declutter your home before photography. And this one I cannot stress enough, because I can guarantee if you go on to Zillow, Trulia, the MLS, literally any other place you can find homes online, there will be a ton of listings that have crappy, grainy cell phone pictures as their primary marketing.
Or mac and cheese on the stove.
That we have seen
mac
that before.
And cheese, yeah. Food cooking on the stove. Oven works.
Yeah, it's not attractive. What buyer wants to see that? I mean, these are definitely things that you need to consider. What a buyer is seeing first is what they see online. That's where nearly everyone starts their home search at. So you need to make sure that you work closely with your realtor to go through your home, declutter it, make sure that your home is putting its best foot forward, and then your realtor hires a professional photographer to come in and take those pictures to really make your home stand out and pop compared to some of those other grainy cell phone pictures. So the third tip I have is kind of a contentious subject, and that is going to be lose the emotion. So a lot of people have become very, very attached to their homes over the years. They've put a lot of time and money and work into their home. They've celebrated birthdays, holidays, anything under the sun. It's happened in their home, and it's a place that's become near and dear to their heart. However, when you go to sell your home, you need to kind of cut that tie. It's super important to remember that a buyer is not going to pay over fair market value for a home that you're emotionally attached to. Your emotional attachment means nothing to a buyer. And it might sound harsh, but when you go to buy your next home, chances are you're not thinking about, oh, well, this seller had a wonderful Christmas here last Christmas, so therefore it's worth more. It's really crucial to kind of take yourself out of that emotional state and really focus on your fair market value, your pricing strategies, your marketing strategies. And that's where having a good qualified broker comes in handy. They can kind of help you rein those in and help keep you on track.
First step is going to be to get pre-qualified. If you're not already working with a lender, your realtor can make some great recommendations for you. I personally think it's important that you use somebody who's local, especially in the Roaring Fork Valley. They're going to know about our market, and they're also going to know about some different programs that are available to you. Once you're pre-qualified, it's important to actually sit down with your lender and discuss your down payment that you need to be budgeting for, and then also what payment you're comfortable with. Just because you get pre-qualified for $500,000 does not mean that's what you need to spend. You really need to see an approximate amount of your monthly payment and make sure that you're staying within an area that makes you comfortable. Second tip that I have for you is going to be to define your criteria. It's really important once you've already figured out what your budget is to sit down and actually make a list of the things that you must have versus your wants in a house. Our inventory is very limited right now, so it's very important that you sit down with your realtor and go over how many bedrooms, bathrooms, yard, garage, the area that you'd like to live in, and how far you would be willing to commute to and from work. Once you sit down and make that very clear picture, it's going to be a lot easier for you and your realtor when a listing hits the MLS for you guys to move quickly on it. My third and final tip for you is going to be to work with a trusted realtor. Having a realtor who's readily available to go to bat for you is imperative in today's competitive market. You need somebody who knows you and who knows your needs and can act quickly and competently.
I thought you were doing the